Wow.
It sounds like a news report sometimes. Welcome back to Cutting Stems, everyone. It sounds so official, like we're about to have breaking world news, something so
It does. It
important.
also just feels twice as long as all the other seasons. Like, this is a new song. Like, this is an extended version. I swear it was never this long. Like, I love it. I love it. I'm like, yeah, I feel important.
All right, ladies, it's ladies' night. Rhea, Kelly, no Trent this evening. Yeah, he's got more important things to do, I guess, in Arizona.
Yeah, whatever. I heard Arizona
whatever.
sucks right now. Everybody keeps telling me shit, being like, it's not even that warm, and like, you know, everything's so expensive right now. That's what I keep hearing. So hope you're having a great time, Trent.
Yeah, and not watching The Bachelor. I think this is going to be a fairly quick cutting stems, ladies and non-gentlemen. Zach he's a good bachelor. Like, the guy wants to find love. He's going on nice dates. He's having real conversations. He's sending home women that are dramatic. There's no really big stories here. We could go through all the dates, but Zach is just going through this textbook bachelor behavior. He had a great one-on-one date with Katie. Katie got a rose. They had a sleepover. I thought the sleepover was going to create some drama. Nope. She just walked back into the house in her pajamas, and the girls all said, "Oh, welcome back, Katie."
This is amazing. I thought
they're
for sure
friends.
They would be furious. Yeah, they're all best friends.
They're all best friends,
which is, don't get me started on that. But I thought that first date, that one-on-one date, was really cute. The beginning of it was like, all right, it's a cute date, fun, like kitschy thing, museum. I personally love a museum date, so I was like feeling a little personally touched. And then I loved the like sleepover idea. Like, well, we're not even, it's not the same bed. It's like we're just gonna be up all night chatting like we're at a sleepover, whatever. When the girls looked anxious in the morning, I like would have been feeling the same way. But I think on like date one, especially with Katie, who already seemed like such a sweetheart anyway, I don't really know, like, their worries are not like, oh no, they had sex and now that's it. Their worries are like, they're up all night talking and they're in love now. So forget it. Like, they're not threatened by her in like a sexual way. They're like, oh fuck, like he loves her now. Which I think he loves her.
Talking is almost worse than them having sex.
Yes, it's so much more intimate. And I love it. And I love that they gave them the opportunity. Like, they never, I feel like, especially for dates like this, and especially in the beginning, they never give the kind of opportunity to like have a little date like this. I don't know. I loved it. I thought it was so cute. The matching PJs. What a touch. What a cute touch.
It was adorable. Like, it was absolutely adorable date. One of the better dates, but you would think like this early on, a sleepover would really cause the house to burn down, and it just didn't. I think
if it were somebody else, like if Christina Mandrell went on like the overnight date, I think they would have lost their fucking minds. I think that they weirdly didn't lose their minds over the fact that
Katie was so nice about it.
Yeah, and like so sweet, and just came over and was like clearly in her pajamas, like her makeup wasn't even out of place. You know what I mean? Like, we believe that she's not doing anything. So I don't know. It's just how I feel.
Did anybody pay any attention during the group date football? Because that has lost me. Every season we make these girls play football, flag football, tackle football, whatever the hell it is. They got to play football.
One. Bachelor Bowl 5.
I've officially zoned it out completely. It's the same date every time. The winning team gets more time with Zach. It's the same exact thing.
I was making tortellini when that happened, and all of a sudden I heard someone go, like, I'm hurt. And then I glanced over, and then I went back to making tortellini. Yeah. I was like,
which I didn't even realize happened until the rose ceremony, and I saw the girl.
And then she was wearing a sling.
A sling.
Which was, no, so like, she was fine,
I don't think she needed to be wearing a sling.
No, like they took her off the field and she was fine. She was like, actually, I'm cool.
Sympathy
Like, what do you
phone.
mean? Right? Or was there a
Well, there's
separate
different
injury
people.
that I'm
Okay,
forgetting?
well, we could be missing something here. Maybe Sarah was watching closer than us. Anastasia fell,
Oh,
but Genevieve was the one wearing the sling. So maybe there was separate
so
incidents,
maybe there
and
was another injury.
we
Okay,
really
because I
weren't
only
paying
saw when she
attention.
fell. I only saw one injury. And then I
Yeah.
saw the ambulance in the commercial, but I never actually saw the ambulance. And I had been looking out because I thought people were saying it looked like Trent. And I was like, tell me this motherfucker got on the show again and didn't tell us. But it wasn't. And I also, actually, I don't know. I didn't see it. It never showed up. So clearly I missed it.
Yeah. If
And
only
along with the
Trent was
second injury that required a sling.
driving the ambulance. Bailey sent herself home during this whole date situation. Clearly, Zach is making his feelings known to these ladies, and like the ones that are picking up on that they don't have a vibe, it's like they can tell right away. So Bailey sent herself home. Zach, once again, extremely direct, was like, yeah, you know, I agree with you. I don't see it either. So
like, okay.
So, yeah.
Sounds good, girl. Saves me some trouble.
Right, exactly. Sent herself home.
Yeah.
Charity got the group date rose, where like some of this drama stemmed from where she got the group date rose. Everybody was so happy for her. And Christina was like, I'm confused. Like she thought she deserved the rose. And the commentary was so funny. Like it's nice that these girls are all friends, but for Christina to say like, oh, I thought I was going to get the rose is not a crazy thing to say. And they acted like that's one of our best friends that you just took away her moments. It was very weird.
They literally said that. They said those exact words. She was like, she wasn't being sympathetic enough to the fact that this girl was just like voted off. And so she's running around being like, oh, I really just thought it was me. And she's like, no, we just lost one of our best friends. Okay. That's literally how she said it. And I thought for a second she was gonna like crack and laugh, because how can you say that with a straight face? It's been 5 minutes, literally 5 minutes.
That's the worst part. Well, not the worst part about this show, but one of the worst parts is that they all act like they're best friends after the first week of meeting them. And it's like, you can like the people there and of course be nice to them. You don't want to be mean to them, but they're not your best friends after the first week. You know nothing about them. They could turn around and stab you in the back. Number two, do you guys feel like if your name is Charity or if someone's name is Charity, you're automatically going to be slutty? Like, I feel like anytime I hear of a Charity or a Chastity, like, I just think
it's that same, it's that like stripper name vibe. Like the same goes for like Crystal.
I'm not saying this
like
Charity is slutty. I'm just saying in general.
No, those are just like, they're like textbook.
Because it's so like names. Nice and good that it's like,
Yeah. There's gotta be something on the other side. So that's just like caused some drama. Allie had a lot of just like Bachelor checks, which, you know, Devin had tweeted on the Twitter, like it was just, we're going through the stereotype, the Bachelor blueprint. We're just checking things off here. Group date, football group date. And then the other one-on-one date was with Allie. And not only did she show up in a wedding outfit, but they went skydiving and they had the whole like, we're so scared and getting
very
through
full
it.
house to go skydiving in your wedding outfits.
Yes, extremely good comparison. And,
sure is.
But then they also had another like very mature and honest conversation at dinner. She got a rose. Like it's just nice dates. And
the fact she had to jump out of a plane on her first date is insane. They were like, okay, not only do you have to wear a wedding dress, but you got to jump out of a plane.
Would you guys do this?
I was thinking about it while it was on, and I would love to jump out of a plane. However, same, but I also worry that I would like pass out with anxiety in the air. Like I feel like I love that feeling of falling, but I think that I would be so hype and like we're on TV. I think I'd faint probably. I'd have a rough landing, like shout out Rachel Kirkconnell. People forget about her getting slammed into the fucking ground.
Right. Yep.
It was crazy. When I saw them landing, like I thought about that again. I was like, I hope that they took like a crash course on how to land. since then because that was insane.
I agree.
Yeah, I think I would feel so much pressure that like, okay, we're obviously on TV, and now if I want to back out of this date, like, is my screen time gonna go down? So I'm gonna jump.
Yeah, true.
You know,
Well, you'd be there for the wrong reasons, Maria. You're there for the wrong reasons. Clearly.
it's a good point.
You're not there for love. You're not
Valid point.
there for Zach.
Well, Allie got a rose. They had a pool party instead of a cocktail party where everyone got to spend more time with Zach. They were taking shots. Everyone's having a good time. Brianna sends herself home. And it really, really just seems like America's Rose did get to her as she sent herself home. But she went out tattling on Christina, still in a way that, I mean, look, maybe we're seeing something, or maybe we're not seeing is really what maybe we're not seeing. Maybe we're missing something here. But Brianna starts crying. She's being made to feel so insecure. Like, where are we missing those conversations? Like, are we still talking about the one time that she made a joke and said, haha, I hate you, because she got because she already had a rose? Or is there, and I get she's being annoying. She keeps talking about herself. She keeps bringing up her own date, but it doesn't seem like she's attacking the other women or like being malicious. She just clearly is self-absorbed.
Yes, and I think that is everyone's disconnect. I think people can't understand that she's so brazen, and they ask her to like stop bragging about your relationship with Zach, and she just like refuses. She's like, no, I'm not going to stop. Like I met his parents. I'm going to tell you about it 1,000 times. I'm going to get in all of your heads. Like that's what she's trying to do. And I think that some of these girls are just like not fucking with that, which I understand it's annoying, but just yell at her. Like, I don't know, maybe they just don't want to like have someone get a rise out of them. But I'm surprised that there wasn't like one other girl that really stood up to her and was like, hey, look, you're acting like an asshole. We're all annoyed by you. And that's the issue here. Like, you're so clueless. Like, what's your problem?
I also think a lot of times these girls are intimidated by like a big personality, and she seems to just have a big personality where she's the center of attention, and they can't really handle that. And maybe she is being annoying, but maybe it's just her personality and they're getting very annoyed by it. But I also think it's one of those things that like, sometimes you got to do better at just like ignoring it, right? It's like, do you really need to go tattletale to Zach that Christina's being annoying? Because what is that doing for your relationship? Now, Brianna sent herself home. So granted, she didn't really care what it was doing for her relationship. She was more like talking about the other girls. But like, just because she's annoying and has a big personality to you guys, like that doesn't mean she's not good with Zach. Does that make sense? Like if she was a mean, bad person, that's something different where it's like, this person is a bad person and you should know that you shouldn't be with a bad person. But if somebody just has a big personality, like, does that mean Zach can't get along? I don't know. I think Zach sent her home.
They just don't like her. They don't like Christina.
And look, she comes across annoying and dramatic. Like for sure, there's plenty of times between the begging, between like the emotions and the dramatics on the staircase. It was just like it was all a little bit.
She was drunk,
a little bit
right?
too much.
She was drunk. She had to have been drunk when she was like.
She was either drunk or producers put her on the stairs.
Ridiculous.
Like, that was very dramatic. The way she took the information as well. I mean, nobody wants to hear people are talking bad about you, people don't like you, but like the way she handled that was very dramatic. Like I think if she calmly throw yourself on the staircase.
I think if she like calmly tried to deny that or actually speak through it with Zach, he would have listened to her more. But I think because she immediately like kind of lost it, Zach was like, all right, well, I'm not dealing with this now. And that's kind of exactly what happened. It got down to the last rose and he sent her home. Whether she was a little tipsy or whatnot, she was making a lot of faces. She said her farewells. I'm sure the girls are very happy that she's gone.
I think that he sent her home because he was like, perfect. Now I don't have to use the excuse that I'm not ready to be the father of her child.
Yes.
Like
honestly,
now
yes. Like he's looking for something wrong.
Yeah.
Like it was already going to be a hurdle.
he could have looked like the bad guy if he sent her home because he was like, I'm not ready. Not that that would be a bad guy move because of course it would make sense. Yeah. But now he's like, oh, perfect.
Yeah. No, that's a good point.
Exactly.
It's a good point.
I wanted to ask you guys something completely separate, kind of going back to the football date and all of that drama. I noticed at the beginning of it, Zach was like, yeah, play football, like whatever, blah, 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 did the whole thing. When is the last time we've had a bachelor that didn't play football and was like kind of a nerdy loser? Like we need one. I'm confident enough to say that I am, after this episode, really liking Zach. I'm not going to say I love him, but I like him. I think he's a good guy. I love his voice. I don't know if I was asleep listening to him before, but I'm very entranced by his voice. I think he's there for the right reasons. He's putting on a good show so far. Loving it. However, he's cookie cutter, whatever. But the football thing really got me thinking. Like, when's the last time we had some just like scrawny guy coming through like with tattoos? Like,
I mean, I feel like weird, it goes back to Ben Flajnik. I can't.
Right. It goes so far back. Like,
yeah.
Would Nick Viall wouldn't be considered that before he got all tatted up, right? Like when he was on, was he kind of?
I guess Nick's on the boundary there.
Yeah.
Because this era of Nick that he's in right now is different from what he was like on the show.
Complete. Oh no, he's a different person entirely. He's a completely different person. But I wasn't sure if he was like quite that all-American. And I wonder if
we've gotten a lot of all-American.
Yeah.
Should we take some Bachelor Nation questions?
Yes.
Because I think that's basically the whole episode. I mean, yes, we have some gimmicky stuff that happened. Jesse Palmer's nephew sang, not nephew, cousin, I think. Cousin.
Who cares?
Sean Lowe's on speed dial this season.
I have a question. Well, not for me. Do we think they really spent the night in the museum?
I think so.
I think so, yeah. Those little beds were cute, and yeah, it was probably weird. I'm sure they were up filming until like 4 a.m. They probably only spent like 3 or 4 hours together. Like,
did you guys do those? Did you guys do those Girl Scout trips where you would like sleep in the like museum?
No. We would do ones where we would like have a sleepover. We'd have a sleepover in like the fellowship hall or some shit. Like, not as fun as the museum.
I feel like I don't know. I felt like that was genuine. I feel like that really happened.
Who would you guys want to see more in Paradise, Bailey or Christina?
Christina would be better in Paradise.
Yeah, I agree completely.
I feel like
personality-wise.
I agree, but I feel like we would see Bailey's personality come out more on Paradise. She might end up finding a real relationship on there.
Yeah, I could also see them. I could see them calling up Brianna for Paradise too, for sure.
I don't think Brianna should be allowed on Paradise.
Really?
I don't know if Brianna likes. I don't know if she likes this whole thing. I think that she's. Yeah. If she can't take a compliment, she started the show with a leg up and a compliment from America, and she does. That got in her head. I don't know.
Good point.
So what I took from her going home was not only did she not like Zach, but I don't think she liked the whole process in general, which is fine.
Yeah, that's fair.
Who do we think is the clout chaser social media person that they're talking about next week now that Christina's gone?
Oh, it looked like Kylie.
Oh, interesting. I feel like I didn't pay attention
like I don't know. They kept showing Kylie. They were showing Charity. They were showing Gabby. But it seemed like when Zach said or asked the question, like, "Are you really here for me?" or something, he was with Kylie. But I'm not positive. That's just what it seemed like from the preview. And anything else, or should we move on to cutting some stems?
One last question. Quick.
Great.
Do we think Zach will spend the night with more girls throughout the season?
If the group reacts the same way, he should stay overnight with all of them. They don't
I
get
know.
to
I think it's like a cool. I think it's kind of like cool and modern. Like I think that's a good idea. Like especially from like the
Yeah,
home perspective, those girls being up all night wondering like where is she? That was good drama too. Like that sucked, but
definitely.
for
And
them,
for
but it was
sure,
good drama.
though, I think it really has to be very limited, I think, because like we were just saying with, oh, staying up all night talking, it's such an extra layer to a date. Like Katie now, I think has such a leg up because it's just so much
Totally.
extra time. Like those little pillow talk whispers are so much more intimate than when you're getting on any one-on-one date. So if you get that opportunity, I think you're way ahead of the game.
Agreed.
Hell yeah.
All right, let's cut some stems and give out some roses.
Woo-woo.
Who would like to go first? Quick, raise your hands. Who's faster? Bria, go ahead.
Oh shit.
She was
I'm sorry.
She was faster. She was faster.
No, I know. I saw her be faster than me. I was like, fuck.
I will give my rose to the dinosaur ensemble, the Bones.
The Bones.
Oh, the Bones. Okay.
The Bones,
Specifically
not
the
name,
Bones.
just specifically
Okay.
the bones of the dinosaur. And
Bria, you got to take a trip to the Natural History Museum.
I'm planning on doing
you gotta
that.
come. I go all the time. Not a joke. I
Oh,
go.
You want to
constantly.
go?
Yes.
Okay.
Let's we'll work that into our dinner plan. That yeah.
Oh yeah, let's do that.
Great,
Okay,
invited.
and then
Thanks.
I am going to cut both together, Brianna and Christina. A joint stem cut. Am I allowed? You guys gonna sue me for that?
I'll allow it.
Because
Yeah.
I think Brianna is lame for tattletaling. I don't care that she went home. I think that's fine. She didn't want to be there. She didn't like Zach. I actually respect that. She's like, I'm not going to sit here and pretend. Lame for tattletaling on her way out. Like, Christina, lame for throwing herself on the staircase and crying. So they get cut for being lame.
Big ol' lame asses. All right, Kelly.
Lamos.
Go ahead.
I think that's great cuts. That's great shit. All right. I'm giving my rose to the pajamas on the museum date. I think that was just like the cutest thing. And they were really cute pajamas and it like made it just fun and silly. I loved it. My stem cut goes to Christina's extensions at the pool party were just so bad. And I can't handle if you are going to get
Kelly,
extensions.
They were bad when we were leaving. They were bad when she was leaving.
When will
you could see the back
realize?
of her head?
When will they realize?
Honestly, look good for maybe a couple days, maybe a week, and then they look bad. Like your natural hair, I promise you, even if it's up to here, looks better.
It looks better.
Like if you get them professionally done every day, then yes, they're gonna look great. But extensions are so hard and hard to keep up. You can't go on The Bachelor with extensions. You can't even get your fucking nails done. How are you going to keep up with your extensions? I'm sorry. I totally agree with you on these. No, I think people are doing themselves a disservice when they get extensions. And on top of regular extensions, eyelash extensions. Your natural lashes look better.
Too much.
Those caterpillars on your fucking eyes look stupid. They look like they're going to crawl out of the room.
They're fucking crazy.
We told my mom that.
They're fucking crazy.
We said your eyelashes look fucking ridiculous. Stop getting them. You're beautiful. Enough of these fucking caterpillars on your eyes. They look bad.
It's too much. It's too fucking
people,
much.
Are
those
so
thick,
beautiful.
The thick ass lashes.
Them.
I don't have them on. I don't have lash extensions on right now, but I get them sometimes. And even when they're very light, but even when I have them, I feel like I have caterpillars on my face. That's number one. Number two,
I like false lashes if you're going out, whatever. But the
false lashes are fine for a fun night out, for sure.
The fluffy
the hair extension thing,
extensions?
Specifically this situation, like
no, it's when you can see the top. You can see the top of them. Yeah.
But the problem is yes, you can see them. That's annoying. But even that is like, whatever. That just looks like trash. Okay. But like, whatever. The problem that I have with it is that you are in more casual situations than you are fancy situations where you need to have like full glam and your hair done and whatever. This girl she had a pool party sprung on her, and she has like curly, wavy, natural hair, and her extensions are not the same. So like her hair is kind of whatever, and her extensions are stick straight. She looks
Yes.
fucking crazy. This happens to everyone. This happens to everyone. But everybody is like, I don't care. It's fine for the 3 times a month I do my hair. No, take them
Lily,
out.
I so
It's
agree with
terrible.
you.
Wear a
These
wig.
people-
Wear a wig. I'd rather
They're
you wear a wig.
beautiful. My thing is that I
Yes.
don't want people to think we're shitting on looks, because they are beautiful without these things, and I wish that they could see that.
Shitting
Like,
on
you
cheap
don't like
extensions.
these
Just
things
don't do it.
look bad when you can
Always.
look good.
There's a reason they went out of style in the first place. Like, they're back in style, but they had a time where they went out of style because they were fucking
Yeah.
idiots or whatever. I could go for hours. That's my stamp cut. Those fucking extensions.
All right, I'm gonna give my rose. I'm gonna give my rose to Zach, because I think he is navigating this ship. He's steering the ship in a good. He's doing a good job. Like, he's somehow being very respectful, but then also being like kind of horny at the same time. Like, it's like, oh,
Yeah.
he's having mature conversations, but he's kissing everybody. Oh, he's really, his emotional intelligence, like he's opening up, but he's turning the cocktail party into a pool party because he's taking a good look.
He is.
So like, there's a lot of things that he's somehow making it work for him. Yeah, I noticed. And then I'm gonna, I'm sorry to Jesse Palmer's cousin, but we're just gonna have to stem cut Nepo babies in the Bachelor universe. What are we doing here? There's so many struggling country artists out there that would love to make an appearance on The Bachelor, and we get Jesse Palmer's cousin Garrett. Good for him. I'm sure he was thrilled. But it's just kind of hilarious that he called up cousin Jesse to get him a gig on The Bachelor.
Yeah. It seems nuts. Song was all right. I was like, all right, yeah, okay.
Yeah.
I think I've like, I don't
sounded
know
like all the rest
right
of them.
Now. Right. I'm not into country music right now. I used to be in it big time, and now I'm just not into it right now. Every single country song I hear these days sounds the same. I don't know who anybody is. That could have been Luke Combs. I would have been like, oh, cool. And I only know that because I watched him on the Grammys last night. So like, that's it.
That's fair. Luke Combs is
Jesse
great.
Palmer's cousin. I'm out.
Kelly, you would like Zach Bryan. You should give him a listen.
Zach Bryan like tweeted at me or responded to something with Ticketmaster, so I checked him out.
Yeah,
because I guess his fans.
He put out a live.
And I do like him.
He put out a live album called "All My Homies Hate Ticketmaster."
Yeah. So yeah. I listened.
But he's good. He just had a song come out with Maggie Rogers. Great song. You'd like it. I feel like that wraps it up. Yes. I feel like that wraps it up for this week's episode. Zach is just cruising along here. We're waiting for some drama. Anytime there's drama, he squashes it immediately. So we'll see if next week, with whoever is here for the wrong reasons, is sent home immediately. Thank you, ladies. Everyone have a lovely evening, and we'll be back next week.
Ta-ta.